Hey everybody, and welcome back to Psychology Geek. In today's video, we will look at the Heyoka Empath versus the Narcissist. Before we go straight into the video, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. A Heyoka and a Narcissist can be worlds apart when viewed as the most polarizing reflections of each other. Here are 10 differences that nobody can miss between them. 1. Emotional signals. In case you were unaware, narcissists are defined by their abusive behaviour towards others, inability to empathise with others, pathological envy, and inflated sense of entitlement. An empathic Heyoka will take on the traits of those they are trying to influence in an attempt to bring about a good transformation. To put it one way, it's a simplification of both notions. Neither of these personality types is particularly groundbreaking, but there has been more focus and debate on them in recent years, and their definitions are in a constant state of flux. And there could be a trend of narcissists passing themselves off as Heyoka in order to abuse others and expand the supply. 2. A mask. This is a simple one. These are real people. As a group, they could well be the most honest people alive. Honestly, they are trapped. They may not always be knowledgeable, but unlike narcissists, they would never go on and on about something they know nothing about. Heyokas are like living mirrors. They reflect the qualities of the individuals around them. As a consequence, people will grow and improve themselves. They can't do anything about it. For them, it's second nature to do so. It's preferable for them to say nothing and do nothing if they want to avoid trouble. On the other hand, the goal of narcissistic mirroring is to use you to make you into a copy of yourself. In contrast to Heyokas, narcissists are trapped within their own warped realities. Results are all that can be seen in the predictions. Since all they see in others are reflections of themselves, they will fight against anything that says differently. In contrast, a Heyoka would never lie about who they are. Many of them do so openly when speaking from the heart. A fake Heyoka would come off more like a salesman who would always be touting the next best thing, no matter where they were or what they were doing. Furthermore, Heyokas are great leaders, yet they won't demand your loyalty. Likewise, most Heyokas probably don't aspire to be in a position of authority. Narcissists are adept at hiding any problems they may have from others. They will even claim that the things about themselves that can be considered negative by others, but which they don't conceal, really work to their advantage or fortify them. Narcissists are unable to process negative feelings and instead focus blame on others. So they're always looking for someone to blame. 3. Hypocrisy. Narcissists fall under the category of those who lie. Heyokas will change their minds when they are demonstrated to be wrong. It occurs regularly. Their firm convictions may be shattered the moment the truth about a matter is shown to them. However much they dislike it, they are able to accept and even embrace the change. That's not how narcissists act. The narcissist believes that their feelings are facts. If they have any emotions at all, they display them as if they were genuine. You may have believed them in the past, so you may not see the contradiction when they say something completely different the next week. A narcissist's mood swings are just as wild as the rest of them. If a genuine Heyoka made such a rash choice, they would likely provide a reasonable explanation for it. This is something a narcissist would speak about as if it were always true and they were never wrong. 4. Unfairness. To Heyokas, it's obvious that everybody is fundamentally similar. They feel terrible when they learn that someone they care about is suffering or needs assistance, and they feel much worse when they realise they can do nothing to help. A Heyoka places a premium on fair treatment of all people. Narcissists falsely believe that they are better than other people. People with narcissism often think they are better than others and act egotistically, wanting to be admired for their unique qualities, great intelligence, or whatever else they think makes them special. A Heyoka's goal while sharing their expertise isn't to show off how smart they are. Rather, it's to encourage the development of their listeners. Narcissists seek companions who will reinforce their engaged sense of self-importance. Narcissists want flying monkeys, while Heyokas seek equality. 5. An inability to empathize. Words of kindness are carved into stone that lack feeling when you seek comfort from a narcissist. This should be obvious. Unlike narcissists, people with a strong emphatic disposition may be able to understand what other people are going through. Heyoka's capacity for empathy is far more developed. Doing the right thing would always be more important to a Heyoka than social niceties, so it's possible that they'd have an innate understanding of when an issue is more than skin deep and how to address it. They might also be extremely forthright about the nature of such responses. Empathy for narcissists is fleeting at best. It's twisted empathy, designed to get them what they want from you. They care more about being seen as normal people. However, many of them want your wealth or some other nefarious advantage. The basic premises is that a Heyoka would never refuse to aid someone in need. A narcissist would never provide help to anyone who needs it and would instead find fault with everyone who does, unless they realise they can gain something from you. 6. The way they talk. Actually, this is a rather major clue for spotting a phony Heyoka. A Heyoka is adept at using all sorts of figurative language, from metaphors and puns to exaggeration and even emojis in text messages. Heyokas have an intimate talent for looking under the surface for answers. Narcissists then feel an immediate need to cast them in the role of scapegoat. Narcissists are all the same. There is no way to dissuade people from believing you are who you say you are. Trying to bring a narcissist to laughter, they may laugh along for the first few jokes, but towards the end, they will be undermining you or behaving as if there is something wrong with you for saying something so stupid. Narcissists have a twisted sense of humour since they can't take a joke and don't laugh at themselves. Therefore, they see everything as a personal attack. People who use figurative language or exaggerated claims are plainly trying to cover something up. In all honesty, that's the only way they can see it, given how highly they hold themselves in regard. It's not their fault that they can't understand such sophisticated wordplay. They can't even understand how they themselves feel. They are incapable of analysing even their own ideas and metaphors, let alone those of others. In order to make their point more memorable, Heyokas often use humorous and metaphoric languages. Therefore, if someone takes things too personally, it's a very good indicator that they're not a Heyoka. 7. Narcissists disguised as sheep. Most empaths want understanding. Heyokas are the same way. They want to learn about other people so they can help them improve. In fact, Heyokas would be overjoyed if everyone on Earth could eventually mature into their true selves. You won't succeed if you sow seeds of doubt in the minds of those around you. Many times, Heyokas don't have any suspicions about other individuals. When it comes to their own credibility, narcissists automatically distrust everyone. Since they constantly embellish the truth about their lives, they naturally conclude that everyone else does the same. Therefore, they will actively seek to discredit any threat they identify. They may use anyone they are jealous of, co-workers they see as competition at work, or anyone else they can use as a scapegoat in a smear campaign so that no one notices that they are the real monster. 8. A powerful intuition. The narcissist taking on all the things that annoy them should be obvious if you've seen any prior studies on narcissism. Narcissists have a compulsive need to downplay any and all information that can be harmful to their self-image. This is due to the fact that even if you are on their side, they will still try to put you down. Possessive people like to put the object of their affection on a pedestal, just below their own. That's because they see people as things rather than sentient beings. The narcissist will use the scapegoating skills they've learned over the course of their lives if the victim shows their own uniqueness, especially if it goes against the narcissist's very righteous ideas. This is similar to the preceding, except the narcissist does it to improve their physical attractiveness. Narcissism lacks any depth whatsoever. They have to ignore evidence that runs counter to their false sense of self if they want to impress others who are listening to them. On the contrary, you should stay far away from a Heyoka who has just experienced serious emotional scars, since it is imperative that they find a way to heal themselves. As a matter of fact, harming others just makes your situation worse. They don't want to do harm to others even while they're feeling very emotional. Narcissists see other people as nothing more than things, so they justify treating them as such via denigration, insult, and scapegoating. 9. They never regret. If a Heyoka realises they've been doing something wrong, they'll immediately fix it. Since the only constant in our lives is change, narcissists construct an unbreakable shell around themselves because they believe this is their best possible version. That is why they appear to be self-made and strong on the outside. But this is only a shell. The only reason they do anything is to keep up the facade which they think is impenetrable. There are certain to be problems as a result, but they pass the buck rather than take responsibility for finding solutions. They are stuck in a never-ending cycle because they refuse to recognise that they have a problem. That's why it makes sense inside that loop. 10. An obvious difference. When compared side by side, an empath and a narcissist have fundamentally different personalities. Even the most empathic person may indeed give in to selfish impulses. In cases of narcissistic abuse, this might be the case. After being verbally, emotionally, and physically abused and run down, a person might become self-centered, insensitive, impatient, angry, and mean. When comparing an empath with a narcissist, it is preferable to look at their early interactions together, since this is when the most striking differences may be seen. This presumes that the empath in question is in good mental health. The empath acts as a giver. This is an egocentric viewpoint, and an empath always tells it like it is. A true empath would never lie. The empath always comes through. A narcissist is unfaithful. What is the easiest difference to spot? Tell us in the comments, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this.